This is the first phase that happened in Foshan, Guangdong. Strange event. The man has been making tofu for decades. Not only do people like to eat, even ghosts are rushing to eat. Year 2009. I am in a vegetable market in Xingtan Town, Shun City. Opened a breakfast shop. Business is very good. After half a year, I am very familiar with many regular customers. I will say hello when I eat here. Or chat about something. In April, a brother surnamed Lee walked in with his head down. Looks very abnormal. Shivering all over, it's scary. I said hi. He also ignored me. Uncle Lee used to make tofu. Every time I come, I put the tofu cart in front of my door. So I went up to him and I asked him what was wrong. He still doesn't respond. You look lost. I think something must have happened to him. I was lost in it for a while. I followed the old man's instructions. Slapped him hard behind him while he wasn't paying attention. And it worked. He screamed. Standing up abruptly. The state has also recovered. I poured him a glass of baijiu. Let him slow down. I didn't expect him to open his mouth. Scared me enough too. Uncle Lee lives in Luoshui village below Xingtan Town. There is a small tofu workshop at home. 2 a.m. He will bring home. All the tofu to be sold today is ready. To be honest, Uncle Lee's tofu is good. Every day as soon as you enter the morning market, you are robbed. Even the tofu buns made in my store. I also use his tofu. Around 4 o'clock in the morning. He loaded the prepared cold tofu into the car and went out the door. It was before dawn. Uncle Lee rode his tricycle to the town. It takes about 7 or 8 miles to walk from the village to the town. He's used to it. Humming a ditty along the way. I rode for about 10 minutes. Uncle Lee found something wrong. It is said that he has walked this road for more than 10 years. It can be said that you can walk with your eyes closed, touch. But today I found that the road has become very unfamiliar. He looked at it privately. I found that I did go wrong. I don't know when there was a small mound on the side of the road. There is also a woman with long hair on it. Uncle Lee's heart skipped a beat. He grew up listening to the old people in the village tell ghost stories. The woman on the mound looks nothing popular. Besides, normal people can't sit on a mound like that. The weather in April is rather cold. But then I thought, it's almost dawn. It is said that there will be no ghost suppression and soul suppression. Uncle Lee summoned up the courage to come to the woman. I want to ask him about the way. The woman whose surname is Tanjin asked where to go. But the woman heard Uncle Lee's voice. Turn around and tell him it's the south. You're going the wrong way. Take a look at Uncle Lee's deposit. Almost scared him to pee. Half of the woman's face is gone. Expose the inside. Bloody red meat and white teeth. The whole eyeball is just hanging on the face. Uncle Lee was taken by that woman. So scared that he instinctively took a few steps back. I felt like my mind went blank. It turned black. And then it goes hazy. He doesn't know what happened next. Just remember to keep walking forward. And walked into town. It's already dawn. He doesn't know. Why did you vaguely walk to my store? Uncle Lee was still a little scared after telling me. He lived into his 50s. I have never seen such a seeping face. And I comforted him. Let him go home and have a good rest. Later things. It took me days to listen to him. When he got home, he shared his experience with his wife. Son said it again. Son and daughter-in-law don't believe it at all. I think Laoli is fooling him. Drinking and losing the tofu cart. Uncle Lee brought his wife. The son came to the path leading to the south. He actually found his tofu cart. There was a mound next to the car. Only then did his wife believe him. 3 people came to the tofu cart. I want to see if the tofu has been taken away. I found that the whole tofu has turned black. And a lot of black hair. It stinks. And here's what's even weirder. There was a lot of broken tofu scattered on the mound. To understand what's going on here, 3 people dedicated to the southern village, to inquire about the origin of that mound. As soon as they entered the village, an old lady told them. That's a new grave. There was a recently deceased woman buried inside. The woman was in a car accident on the road a few days ago. Half of his face was hit by a car. He didn't even close his eyes before he died. Because of young age. I hate my family again and didn't let her go to the ancestral grave. Buried in that road. Here's what happened in 2016. Xiaiying Village, Shangwu Township, Wui Mountain, Fujian Province. At that time, I opened a small supermarket in the village. At 10 p.m. I was about to close the door. A man came in outside the door. I looked back and saw Li Zongping in the village. Gray-faced man with wounds all over his body. I asked him what was wrong. Did you get into a fight again? He doesn't answer. Pointing to the 2 bottles of wine on the counter. I brought it down for him. He didn't pay. He took the wine and walked away without a word. This Li Zongping is famous in the village. All day long. Make a pony for people in the county seat. The villagers didn't want to provoke him. But I'm not afraid of him. Decided to go to his house in a few days to get the money back. When reconciling at the end of the month, the wife found that there was a difference of more than 100 in the account. I just remembered this. Went to his house. Knocked on his door. The door was opened by Li Zongping's father, Li Bo. It seems that the mental state is not right. Look at me straight. I made my visit clear to him. Li Bo's face has darkened. Said everyone was gone. There's still a lot of bills left. I thought he was in town again. Li Bo opened the door wider. Let me in. He'll get me the money. I saw Li Bo like that. I feel a little uncomfortable. Just talk to him. Ask Li Zongping for it later when you see him. I didn't expect Li Bo to hear me say that. He suddenly turned around and told me that Li Zongping was dead. And I was shocked. I saw him the other day. Uncle Li doesn't seem to want to bring it up. But it has been said. He told me what had happened. Li Zongping. I met a bunch of friends some time ago. After a few drinks, he joined the gang. Specially go to the township to steal dogs with medication needles. Where could I often walk by the river without getting wet shoes? After 2 people killed someone else's dog. Caught. The family was very angry. And beat them to death. Li Zongping has a big temper. Ended up pissing off the family. Beat him to death. Uncle Li finished talking about Li Zongping in tears. Think about being alone in the future. Uncle Li felt ashamed to die because of this kind of thing. He didn't tell the villagers. I heard this and told Li Bo to take care of his health. It's over $100 all the time. Go to the yard. Uncle Li suddenly remembered something. Ask Li Zongshang. Did you come to me 5 or 6 days ago to get something? Not waiting for my answer. Li Bo, it is said that Li Zongping has been dead for more than half a month. But he knew what was going on. It turned out that 5 or 6 days ago, Li Bo heard someone knocking on the door at night. Opened the door. I found 2 bottles of wine and 2 cans on the ground. I don't know who put it there. It happened to be Li Bo's birthday. And these 2 things are exactly what Li Bo likes. Except for Li Zongping. No one should know. That day happened to be Li Zongping's first 7. It's also Li Bo's birthday. It seems that Li Zongping should be guilty of his father. Came back to see him. I was also very sad that day. Left Li Bo's house. Bought some paper. I went to Li Zongping's grave and stood for a while to burn it for him.